Speaking of fast, the question is, are you a fast or a slow eater?
Yeah, because it turns out if you wolf down your food, it can say something about you. There are reasons why, and that actually is what makes up today's list. So we want to share this with you. This is from a study that was written about in Psychology Today, and this is very interesting. So they found that firstborn children were twice as likely to eat faster than other kids.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then a higher number of siblings is associated with faster eating, and adults who were only children eat slower. So here's the question is why? And some have a theory that there might be a perceived or like a real competition for food.
And that may be true. In some families, I mean, I've heard people from big families say, if you didn't eat fast, like the food was gone, you know? And so that's a very real thing. The other thing that they said, and I thought this was really interesting, if you have siblings, so the end of a meal can signal playtime.
Right.
So you want to eat faster to get to playtime. So, I mean, I was an only child, so there was no, like, you know.
There was no playtime?
Well, there was playtime, but it was kind of like, you know, you weren't all like, no, I didn't mean to make it sad.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't sad. It was wonderful. No. But, like, there was no sibling to, like, rush off and go play with.
Got it. I mean, for me, it was definitely, like, I had a lot of friends, I had a brother, you know, so yes, at the end of the meal, I'm a fast eater, so I would rush so that I could play and get outside. No. Also, and get to dessert, too.
Oh, well, that's true. Dessert, we didn't even talk about dessert.
That's right.
Yeah. But you have to wait in for everyone else to finish, too, before your dessert.
No.
Oh.
That's not how the rules went at my house. You just, as soon as you were finished eating, you could get straight to dessert.
Oh, well, then maybe I would have been a fast eater too. You know what? It depends on the circumstances for me, because I don't know if I was a fast eater or a slow eater whenever I was a kid, but I learned covering news stories to be a fast eater, because, you know, you go through the drive-through, you're eating in a live truck, you're trying to get ready, you know, so you eat very fast. But now, this will shock you. Sometimes I'm told I talk too much. And
No.
And so because of that, I eat more slowly, I think. Yeah.
And then also, too, I'm thinking when I was a kid, like trying to get outside, like before the street lights came on. Because, like, the faster I would eat at dinner, you know, the
then
more
you still have a little bit of time
outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, it's funny that stuff like that from your childhood carries with you, at least for some people.
All right. Well, if you enjoy eating, good news about a restaurant in downtown Pittsburgh that lots of people love. Meat and Potatoes is reopening.
Yeah, so many restaurants, of course, have shut down during the pandemic, or did shut down, some of them, unfortunately, for good. But Meat and Potatoes has announced they're restarting service sometime. This is coming up sometime in February. They've been closed for the past year. Before that, they were trying to, like, do takeout and some dining in. So no exact date right now for the reopening, but here's the timing of all this. Hamilton is going to be returning to the Cultural District in February, so they think that might be a good time to coincide and open up, because it's right there. It's a great location to go to Meat and Potatoes and then go see a show.
Yeah, that would be good. I have to get tickets to Hamilton this year somehow, some way.
I know. Stand in line. Like all the lines in the past.
I know. Well, speaking of the Cultural District, there should be a good crowd tomorrow night for the return of Highmark First Night Pittsburgh. We're going to be ringing in 2022. And now, if you can't be there in person, we invite you to watch our show tomorrow night beginning at 11 o'clock. And we taped a little segment with the dancers from Point Park University, which was a lot of fun.
I mean, they're amazing. We want to show you some of the video here. We showed you some video before. This is new video this morning. Just edited together. And look at...
See, that was a wink.
We're going to talk about your dress, too. Like, not right now. We're going to talk about it on the show. Because you just look amazing.
Thank you.
And these dancers are amazing, too. So anyway, we want to tell you what's coming up on the show. And there is so much lined up. We're going to try to kind of race through this so that we don't run out of time.
I'm going to take a sip of tea here.
All right, so you get ready for that, because we're going to try to go through this before we're told in our ears that we're totally out of time. So, as we begin, we're going to talk about Munhall native Gabby Barrett. She's become a huge star, of course, in the world of country music. She's part of CBS's celebration. We're going to have an exclusive interview with her for New Year's.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And Wiz Khalifa, he's another local person who's made it big. He has a special New Year's Eve message for Pittsburgh about 2022. Can't wait to hear that.
We're also going to have a touch of Broadway with Michael Campagno and Amanda Felicia Foote. Michael has been in Wicked and The Sound of Music Live. Amanda has been in the Book of Mormon and The Lion King. They both call Pittsburgh home, so we're going to hear from them.
Yeah, and your BFF, Marie Osmond, has been a megastar for decades now, and she has a soft spot for Pittsburgh, which is why she has a special performance for us to help ring in the new year.
Yeah, she was just in Greensburg not too long ago. Hey, and if you know High School Musical, the series, what a name, on Disney Plus, then you know Joe Serafini. He's a local guy who's made it big, and he's performing with his equally talented sister, so we're going to have a musical performance from them as well.
How about this? Straight No Chaser is all about wowing audiences, and they have such a smooth sound, and we have a special holiday performance, and it's just for us.
Yeah, they're really good too. And we're going to be talking about the Big Bunny. The Cultural Trust has brought in some huge inflatable rabbits. One is 50 feet tall. It kind of reminds us of the big rubber duck that visited Pittsburgh a few years back. And at first, I thought a 50-foot tall inflatable giant bunny could be scary.
It does sound scary.
But you know what? It's not. I've seen pictures of it, and it looks like a very friendly, large bunny.
But you've not been next to it yet.
Well, I haven't been
So that's going to be the real test there, David.
Yeah, I have a feeling lots of people will be out there taking selfies.
Yeah, it's going to be popular.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so there's so much more. We can't even get to it all. Local rapper Chose is performing for us as well. 2 fireworks show, and the ball rises. So join us Friday night, beginning at 11 o'clock on KDKA.
And well, David, you may need to take a little disco nap.
I love that you know that phrase.
Yes.
A disco nap. Like, you know, the nap you take before you go out on a Saturday night.
Just don't sleep too long, because I'm going to need you here.
Oh, no, I'll show up.
Okay,
I will be here. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right. Hey, let's talk animals. Adorable animals, in fact.
Yeah, this is a heartwarming story about a therapy dog that is touching the kids at an elementary school. So the dog's name is Rex, and this is at a school in Texas where he works with the school resource officer, Deputy John Gray. Now, the kids, they love it when Rex is there during story time. And it's a special treat for the kids when they get to eat lunch with Rex. And they even write letters for Rex and put them in a mailbox. Rex is very popular.
So listen to some of the messages, because the kids write the cutest things to this dog.
I'm holding a note that I made to Rex.
You are very cute. You are the best police dog.
We love you.
You help us so much.
Yeah, we put it in Rex's mailbox.
There is a slot in the mailbox, and you put your card in there.
So we may have a kid who's upset or in crisis, and Rex does a really good job of calming them down too. When I see a kid interact with Rex, you know, they might say something like, "This is the best part of my day."
Yeah, and you know what? It makes sense, because we just relate to animals so well. They're so wonderful for us. The kids say that they relate to them in a way that they relate to Rex in a way that they can't relate to the adults. They call him a comfort dog. And you know what? We're going to be at Animal Friends later on today, so we're going to continue the animal theme. And in fact, we'll continue the animal theme right now. We've got one more for you.
Yeah, everyone is going ape over a new addition at the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans. It's a critically endangered orangutan named Minari.
Minari.
Yeah, it gave birth to this little guy on Christmas Eve, and the baby has gotten a clean bill of health, and mom and baby are bonding privately. But here, listen to this. There are fewer than 14,000 orangutans in the wild, and they're threatened with extinction, primarily due to palm oil plantations in their native forest.
That is so sad. And how cute. That little guy is so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have trouble with that word too. When I see the word orangutan in print, I always want to say like orangutan.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look right.
It's not something that you would ever write out. I mean,
yeah.
Very rarely, at least.
Yeah, exactly. All right, hey, we have time for one more animal. We want to show you this. It's a rare albino Gigorn.
That's another one.
It's another name that I have problems with. Yeah. So this little girl was recently rescued in Colombia. She is the first case of a rare species being reported in that country. They're sort of like a puma.
Oh, yeah.
So listen to this. They are solitary animals. They only meet fellow jaguarundis whenever they're mating. So otherwise, they live on their own. And as for this little girl, vets are still helping her out. Chances of survival in the wild are limited, so they're going to move her to a conservation park. But wow,
they
what
live a really solitary life there.
Yeah, I mean, they only get together for mating.
That kind of sounds like a good idea.
No,
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like a good idea. There are people out there. There are people out there listening.
Yeah.
All right, hey, we want to let you know there's no Friday free-for-all tomorrow because we have a very special show planned for tomorrow. We're looking back on the entire year that we've had here on PTL.
Yeah, it's everything from obstacle courses and piñatas and even stories that will really touch your heart. So tune in at 9 o'clock for our Best of PTL special for 2021. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. It's going to be a great show. So watch for that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.